2006, when we decided to go for the OD World Summit, end of 2006, we already felt that things are changing, things are emerging around us that are different, that are new, and we wanted to allow space and time for our profession to come together and digest these changes. At that time we didn't know that this is going to be even more relevant today after the economic crisis.
We saw that there are packs of international communities within the same profession. These are groups of different approaches, methodologies, kind of professional beliefs. They meet separate. What if in a lifetime we try to bring together these different groups of people, different group of professionals who are working with organization within or outside, try to help, try to improve organizations, and learn from each other, synergistically develop something new, so organization can be more successful, more healthy places.
One of the beauties of this particular gathering, both in intent and also in what I experience happening here up to a point, is that that there are various approaches, methods, modalities who are dialoguing and even creating. I think there'll ultimately be some action that comes out of this, other than just another gathering like this.
The organizers brought together here schools that are very well known in the field of organization development. They are known because there are a lot of books and workshops going on. And I thought for these schools of OD, coming mostly from America, for them it's really important to meet our international people.
Something that has really touched me and struck me is in the conversations I have heard a lot about the humanity, experiencing the humanity in our organizations and in the work that we do with other organizations. And for me that is really something that has touched me because it connects deeply to our work. One of the dangerous things is in working with organizations, often we can focus on the task, we can focus on the job, we can focus on the assignment, and we don't allow ourselves enough opportunity to experience that humanity.
We sent out an invitation to different parts of the world. We actually advertised this conference in a positive way, sent messages to all the continents, and they came. And it's wonderful to see that we have people from Japan, from Australia, India, Latin America, North America, and a number of people from Africa as well, obviously the majority from Europe. But in that sense, we managed to have a world conference here.
The beauty of it is that regardless of whether we're Asian, European, or North American, the essence of who we are as human beings is the same. There are cultural differences, of course, and we acknowledge that and we honor that. But the essence of change management and OD, of transformation and bringing out the greatness out of each person is truly there.
But now we have to cross new boundaries. For instance, the boundaries between organizations, special interventions that tried hard to differentiate from each other. Now we have to find out what is the common core and what helps the whole human system to grow and to deal with this information flood with the new challenges and also the new opportunities our connected world offers us.
That what do we do with what we've learned question is, a key dilemma, I think, when you get any group together to try to work on, let's say, engaging with a particular issue, working on solving a problem, deciding on a new strategy, whatever it is. How do you help people actually move across the boundary from simply thinking to doing? And I think in this particular case, because it is a conference and we're an informal group that collected ourselves because of a really strong interest and a passion for our work, I think the the decisions we individually make about how we're going to apply what we've learned are particularly critical.
I think personally I've made some good connections with people, both who are Hungarians and as well as other international friends here. I think for those of us who have managed to find some time, despite the busy schedule, to sit down and talk, some new interesting ideas about collaborating further are emerging. So I think once we've had time to settle, after we get home, we will talk more, leading to some kind of cooperative work together.
The world in which we are working is becoming increasingly complex and complicated, and clearly we need different kinds of organizations to work in that world.
We can be sure of that now they are the organization of the future already existing somewhere here. We call them non-conventional organizations. So we work hard to reach out for those organizations who are experimenting with something new. We ask their leaders to come, their managers to come, their HR people to come, their consultants to come, share their experiences, learn from it, apply it, adjust it, modify it.
And that's one of the interesting conversations that's happening here, trying to identify those organizations that have just simply begun to do things differently and are good examples and models of how we might think about how organizations need to evolve in the future, and those organizations that are simply struggling to try to figure out how to structure themselves differently in order to respond to current challenges.
This is not just a reunion of approximately 350 people, but it's also a lot of side projects, a group of things that we wanted to make happen before the conference, during the conference, and after the conference. And most of these initiatives are somehow social impact projects.
I think one of the values that has always been a foundation for our work has been a real sense of generosity and giving back. And I think it's manifested in the amount of volunteer energy that has created this conference. So I think the fact that social impact projects were included as part of the structure of this learning experience was a great example of trying to show and to embody the values that we think are so important and that need to be in place when we work directly with our customers.
There's no heaven.
This is a milestone moment in the history of our profession. There is a growing energy around moving away from some of our past ways of dealing with the issues of our profession and moving in a new era.
I hope someday you'll join us.
The feedback is so positive till now, so if these people go back with this energy and the new ideas they tell us they have learned here, I can't imagine they would not do something differently better than they used to.